Hello, my name is Suzanne Haynes and I'm from the home office of the Principal Financial Group, which is based in Des Moines, Iowa. Just to tell you a little bit about our company, we have been in business since 1879, providing financial services and insurance to millions of people. We provide investment and supportive services to more 401k plans than any other insurance company, mutual fund company, or financial institution in the United States. Today we're going to talk about an exciting benefit being made available to you through Carfax, your 401k plan. A 401k plan is one of the best ways for you to save for your retirement. When we think about retirement, we all probably have different things that we see ourselves doing during those years of retirement. Whatever it is that you'd like to do at retirement, keep in mind that it's going to take money. But where is that money going to come from? One of the first things you might think of is Social Security. However, Social Security was never intended to be our sole source of income at retirement. People who are receiving Social Security today are only getting, on average, an amount equal to about 30% of their pre-retirement income. In other words, can you imagine trying to live off of only 1/3 of your paycheck? That would be difficult for most of us to do. Financial experts tell us that we are going to need about 80% of our pre-retirement income each year during retirement in order to maintain the same standard of living that we are accustomed to. So if Social Security may provide us with about 30% of our income and we are going to need about 80%, we've got a gap to fill. How do we do it? We need to save our own money, and the best way to do that is in a 401k plan. Why? Well, there are many advantages of a 401k plan. One of the main benefits is paying less in your income taxes. First, the 401k plan allows you to reduce your current taxable income because you save on a pre-tax basis. The money you save in your 401k comes out of your paycheck before your income taxes are figured, so you receive an immediate tax savings. Another tax advantage is that the interest you earn on your money is growing tax deferred. What that means to you is you don't have to declare the interest earnings on your taxes at the end of the year. In fact, you don't have to declare the interest earnings until you withdraw money from your plan. In addition to the tax savings, you have a variety of investment options to choose from, ranging from a very conservative money market account to aggressive stock accounts. You get to choose the investments that will be right for you. One of the best benefits is the company match. Carfax will match 33% up to the first 6% you contribute to the plan. It's like receiving free money from the company just for participating in the plan. So you can see, your 401k offers you a number of benefits. The key is to get started saving today, even if it's only to start out by contributing 1 or 2%. After all, the amount of time your money is in the plan is every bit as important as the amount of money you are contributing. Let's go ahead and talk about the details of your plan. Inside your packet, on the left-hand side, you'll see a sheet that says Tomorrow Starts Today up at the top, and it begins by talking about eligibility and entry. It looks like this. You are eligible to participate in the 401k plan if you have completed 1 year of service in which you have worked 1,000 hours or more with Carfax. If you aren't eligible yet, once you do meet these requirements, you can join the plan on the next January 1st, April 1st, July 1st, or October 1st. Once you join the plan, you get to decide how much money you would like to contribute, and it's based on a percentage of your pay. You can contribute anywhere from 1% clear up to 15% of your salary into the plan. And remember, your contribution is deducted automatically from your paycheck before your federal and state income taxes are figured, so you will see an immediate reduction in your income taxes. Once you decide how much you want to contribute into the plan, you're not locked into your decision because the flexibility of the plan allows you to make changes. You can increase or decrease the amount you are contributing on the first of any month. Also, a 401k plan is completely voluntary, so you can even stop contributing at any time. Of course, the money that you have already contributed to your 401k plan will remain there and continue to earn interest and grow tax deferred. Then, When you are ready to start contributing again, you can do so on any January 1st, April 1st, July 1st, or October 1st. Now, not only are you saving for your retirement, but Carfax is saving along with you by making a matching contribution. Carfax will match 33 cents for every dollar you put into the plan, up to the first 6% that you contribute. So keep in mind that you'll need to participate in your plan in order to get any matching contributions. This is a nice opportunity to get some free money from your company. If you look in the right-hand column, you will see a section labeled Vesting. Investing refers to how much of that company money you can take with you when and if you do decide to leave the company. Remember, you are always 100% vested in your contributions. As far as the company money, that depends on your years of service in which you've worked 1,000 hours. As indicated in the table, if you leave the company after 1 year of service, you would be 20% vested in your company contributions. Each year, your vesting increases until after 5 years in which you would be 100% vested in all of the money in your plan. Remember, vesting only comes into play when you decide to leave the company. We're going to skip over the investments for now. If you turn your summary over, you'll see information on investment mix changes. You can make investment changes at any time using an automated system called TeleTouch. TeleTouch is a system you can access by dialing a 1-800 number. When you use TeleTouch, you'll be asked for your Social Security number and a PIN number, which is a number unique to you. Once you've dialed into TeleTouch, you can find out how much money you have in your plan, where your money is invested, and actually change the investment mix you have selected. You can use TeleTouch on a daily basis, if you'd like. As long as we receive your change by 3 p.m. Central Time, it goes into effect that same day. If we receive your change after 3 p.m., then your change is effective the next business day. Once you've made a change, you'll receive a confirmation in writing from us. In addition to TeleTouch, you'll receive a quarterly statement from the Principal Financial Group. This statement will tell you how much you have in your plan, where that money is invested, and how your money is doing. Information on the performance of the investments is also available on the internet at the Principal's homepage, which is www.principal.com. You might be wondering who is paying for all of this. TeleTouch and the various other administrative expenses of your plan are paid by Carfax. This is really a great benefit to you because some plans do require their employees to share in a part of that cost. Now that we've talked about how money goes into the plan and how you can keep track of that money, you might be wondering when you can make a withdrawal from your plan. The primary ways you can withdraw money are through retirement, death, or total disability, and termination of employment. We'll go through each of these individually. When you retire at age 65, you may make a withdrawal from your 401k plan. At this time, you are 100% vested automatically. You have a variety of options to choose from. The main ones are to take a lump sum of money out of your plan or to set up an annuity. With an annuity, you decide on a fixed amount of money you would like to receive on a monthly basis over a certain period of time. When you are closer to retirement, we will send you out a pamphlet which outlines all of your different options. Also, you may visit with a counselor for help in choosing an option that works best for you. Keep in mind, when you make a withdrawal from your plan, that's when the normal income taxes will apply. In the event of your death, or if you become totally disabled, you are 100% vested. If you die before you're able to use the money in your 401k plan, the money is then paid to a beneficiary that you will have already named. We'll walk through the beneficiary form at the end of the meeting. If you become totally disabled, the money could be paid to you if you so choose. Again, normal income taxes apply anytime you make a withdrawal from your plan. One of the most common asked questions is, what happens if you would leave your employer for whatever reason? If you terminate employment, you can take the money out of your 401k plan and spend it. But keep in mind that this plan was designed for your retirement, and you have been receiving tax breaks all along. So if you take your money out and spend it before age 55, the IRS is going to step in and impose a 10% early withdrawal penalty. In addition, 20% will also be withheld to pay for your federal income taxes up front. Now, the 20% is not a penalty. It's simply a down payment towards your federal taxes. At the end of the year, you'll pay the difference or get a refund based on your tax bracket. Now, it is easy to avoid paying taxes and penalties if you terminate employment. There are several options to choose from. The first option is to roll the money from this 401k plan into your new employer's 401k plan. If your new employer does not offer a 401k plan, then you can roll it into a conduit or rollover IRA. A conduit or rollover IRA keeps your money qualified so that one day if you find another employer that offers a 401k plan, then you'll be able to roll the money into your new employer's 401k and avoid taxes and penalties. A third option to avoid taxes and penalties is to leave your money right where it's at, invested at the Principal Financial Group. If you have at least $5,000 in your plan when you leave the company, we'll set up for you what's called a personal retirement account, or a PRA, which will allow you to enjoy the same plan and investment options that you have already selected. We've discussed what your withdrawal options are if you are no longer working for Carfax. But what if you need to have access to the money while you're still working for them? You have a financial hardship provision available to you. A financial hardship is defined as an immediate and severe financial need. You can use all or part of your salary deferral contributions, but not interest earnings, for one of 4 reasons: to pay for medical expenses for you or your family, to pay for college expenses for you or your family, to purchase a primary residence, or to prevent the eviction or foreclosure on that primary residence. Keep in mind to use the financial hardship provision as a last resort and use all other sources of money available to you first. The reason for this is if you are under age 59 and a half, you will be subject to the 10% early withdrawal penalty, and of course, the normal income taxes will also apply. Also, if you take out a financial hardship, you won't be able to contribute to the plan for 1 year, which also means you won't be able to take advantage of that free money from your company, and the amount of money you can contribute to the plan the following year will be limited. Now that we've discussed the specifics of your plan, let's turn the plan summary back over to where it lists your investment options. Before we get into the specifics of the investments, we're going to talk about investing in general. We will talk about 3 main investment concepts, which are good to keep in mind when you're making investment decisions: the relationship between risk versus return, the impact that inflation has on our return, and the types of investments available. First, let's talk about risk versus return. What is risk? Risk is the chance that we take that our value of our money may go up or down, especially over a short period of time. Take a look at stocks. If you follow the market or watch the news, you've seen that stocks change in value, sometimes on a daily basis. Because of this, stocks have more risk than other types of investments. However, if we leave our money in stocks over the long run, a period of about 7 to 10 years, we have the potential to earn more money than we would in lower risk investments. So the relationship to keep in mind is the more risk we take on, the better our chance to earn more money over the long run. When making your investment decisions, think about the amount of time you have to go until retirement and consider your comfort level with risk. First of all, the more time we have to go until retirement, the more risk we may want to take on with our investments. That's because we have time to ride out the highs and lows of the marketplace, and hopefully over the long run, we'll have the potential for a higher return. As we move on in our working years and we're closer to retirement, perhaps then we may want to consider shifting more of our money in more lower risk investments. We probably don't want to see much change in the value of our money if we are going to need it soon. In addition to time, think about your comfort level with risk. How comfortable are you with risk? Are you going to be comfortable placing your money in investments like stocks that tend to fluctuate in value? Or are you going to sleep better at night if you put more of your money in lower risk investments? Everyone's comfort level is different, so what you need to do is to develop a long-term strategy that you can be comfortable with and stick with it. What can you do to control risk? How do you still feel comfortable with your investment decision and still seek growth on your money? That's where diversification comes in. What we mean by diversification is not putting all of your eggs into one basket. Instead, if you spread out your risk among your different investment options, you'll have a better chance to offset your risk. If one investment goes down in value, perhaps another will go up, and they'll balance each other out. Investment experts suggest diversifying our money between at least 3 to 5 investments. Inflation is another risk to consider. Inflation is the idea that the things we need to buy cost us more money over the years. So we need to do everything we possibly can to outpace or keep ahead of inflation. That's another reason why you might want to consider diversifying your money among your different investment options. Now that we've gone over some key investment concepts, here's Heather Kohlsdorf to tell you about the specific investment options available in your plan.
Your retirement plan investments are managed by the Principal Financial Group. The Principal offers 4 basic types of investments with different levels of risk and potential return. These 4 categories are conservative, moderate, dynamic, and aggressive. By knowing about each, you can choose the specific accounts that fit your situation. For example, conservative investments are generally the least risky. They change less in value than other investments, but have the potential for lower returns. Money placed in a guaranteed interest account earns a guaranteed interest rate for a specific number of years. This time frame is called the guarantee period. A charge may apply if you withdraw or transfer money from this account before the guarantee period ends. The money market account invests in high-quality commercial paper, which are short-term loans to companies. The length of most loans is usually less than 1 month, so you always earn an interest rate competitive with the current marketplace. Because its earnings potential is limited, this account is designed for temporary use rather than as a long-term investment option. Moderate investments are riskier than conservative investments, but they change less in value than dynamic or aggressive investments. Moderate investments have medium-range earnings potential, better than conservative accounts, but not as good as dynamic and aggressive investments. Investors with short, intermediate, or long-term goals may choose the government securities account to help balance the risk of their investment mix. This account invests in fixed income securities, primarily pools of residential home mortgages. Your earnings are based on the interest the account earns, plus any change up or down in the value of the investments. The bond and mortgage account invests in loans to companies, most of which are corporate bonds and commercial mortgages. The length of most of these loans is 5 to 10 years. The account invests mainly in investment-grade loans. That means there's relatively little risk that the loan won't be repaid with interest. Earnings are based on interest payments plus any change up or down in the account's investment value. The Bond Emphasis Balanced Account invests in other retirement plan accounts of Principal Mutual Life Insurance Company. This account emphasizes fixed income investments, so it has from 50% to 100% of its assets in conservative and moderate accounts, such as bonds and government securities. From 0% to 50% of its assets are in dynamic and aggressive investments, such as domestic stocks, international stocks, and real estate. The value of your investment in this balanced account changes daily, based on results for the Principal Mutual Life Insurance Company accounts in which it invests. Investors may choose this account to help balance the risk and earnings potential of their entire investment mix. Or they may use this account as their sole investment since it offers built-in diversification. The Stock Emphasis Balanced Account invests money in other retirement plan accounts of Principal Mutual Life Insurance Company. This account invests from 50% to 100% of its assets in dynamic and aggressive accounts, such as domestic stocks, international stocks, and real estate. From 0% to 50% of its assets are in moderate investment accounts, such as bonds and government securities. The value of your investment in the account changes daily based on results for the accounts in which it invests. Investors may choose this account to help balance the risk and earnings potential of their entire mix. Or investors may use this account as their sole investment choice, since it automatically diversifies their money among different investment accounts. Our dynamic and aggressive accounts primarily invest in stocks. Our stock accounts invest in many companies, similar to mutual funds. Therefore, the performance of our stock accounts is tied to the results of many companies, not just one. This diversification helps control your overall risk. When investing in dynamic or aggressive investments, consider leaving your money in them for longer periods, perhaps 7 or 10 years. Investing for longer periods lets you ride out the highs and lows in the marketplace, giving you the potential for higher returns in the long run. There are no performance guarantees for money you invest in dynamic and aggressive accounts. Although they offer potentially high earnings over the long term, they can yield very high or very low earnings over shorter periods. Dynamic investments are riskier than conservative and moderate accounts, but less risky than the aggressive options. These accounts offer higher long-term earnings potential to investors with intermediate or long-term goals. If you want an account that mirrors the stock market, the Stock Index 500 account is for you. The Stock Index 500 account invests money in the same stocks and in approximately the same proportions as the Standard & Poor's 500 stock index. The S&P 500 is a measure of market performance based on the stocks of 500 of the largest U.S. companies. The goal of this account is to mirror results of the S&P 500. The U.S. stock account invests money in stocks of U.S. companies. This account tries to earn more than the Standard & Poor's 500 stock index. The value of your investment in this account changes daily based on dividends, changes in stock prices, and expenses. The Medium Company Value account invests in medium-sized companies whose prices, relative to their company's profits, assets, and other value measures, are lower than average. Also, their dividends are higher than average. Many of these stocks are temporarily out of favor with investors and therefore can be bought at bargain prices. During market drops, value stocks often go down less than other stocks. The Medium Company Blend account invests money in stocks of medium-sized U.S. companies with above-average potential for growth of capital and income. As a blend account, it invests in both growth and value stocks. The value of your investment in the account changes daily based on dividends, changes in stock prices, and expenses. The real estate account holds developed, rent-producing commercial properties in many locations around the country. These properties may include warehouses, office buildings, and shopping centers. The value of your investment in the account changes daily based on net rental income, changes in property value, and expenses. Of the 4 investment types, aggressive investments have the highest risk. Aggressive investments go up and down in value more, but over longer periods of time, they can produce higher returns for your retirement savings. Small Company Blend account invests in stocks of smaller, seasoned U.S. companies. Small companies may grow faster than large, established ones, but also tend to be investments with more risk. This account looks for smaller stocks with substantial value and above-average growth potential. The International Stock account invests in companies based outside the United States. It is a core international account, diversified among many countries, industries, and companies. This account tries to earn more than foreign stocks in general. The value of your investment in the account changes daily based on dividends, changes in stock prices, changes in the value of the U.S. dollar, and expenses.
Now that you've heard about your investment options, you may be ready to decide on your own mix of investments. Another option for you would be to use one of your balanced accounts. The balanced accounts offer you some diversification within one account. You can use these accounts individually or in combination with other investment accounts. A third option is to take your investor profile quiz found in your folder. It looks like this. Your responses to the 9 quiz questions will put you in one of 5 risk categories, which each have a different suggested investment mix. The mixes are indicated in the colored pie charts on the back of the quiz. You can see that the mixes divide your money among 4 categories of risk, which are all color-coded. Remember, these are just suggestions as to how you may want to consider diversifying your money. Inside your packet are account descriptions, which will provide you detailed information about the accounts you have available in your plan. You'll notice that these have all been color-coded for you. In the gold color are your conservative investments. The green are your moderate investments. The purple are your dynamic investments. And finally, in the black color are your aggressive investments. Your packets also contain other good information for you to review before making your decisions. The piece called Investment Results will show you how the accounts have performed over the past 5 years and in the past year, and it breaks the accounts down into the conservative, moderate, dynamic, and aggressive categories. The stapled pages in the center of your kits contain information about the investment concepts that we discussed, and also beginning on page 9, a complete description of each of the types of investors from the Investor Profile quiz. Another tool in your kit is the Retirement Savings Calculator. Inside the plastic, you will find a card for each of the investor profiles. After taking the quiz, you will find the appropriate card for your profile and slide it into the holder, matching side A of the card to side A of the holder. You'll line up your deferral percentage next to the figure that most closely matches your annual pay. The calculator will tell you how much your account could grow to in 10, 20, and even 30 years based on that type of an investment mix. On side B of the calculator, you can see how much you would have contributed on a monthly and annual basis, and how much you may avoid paying in taxes by saving that much in the plan. There is one more important piece for us to look at together now. It is the most important piece in your kit. Find the slick sheet that says Start Saving Today. It looks like this. Here we have an example of 2 people who started to save in their plan at different times in their lives. Chris started to save at age 21 and saved $1,000 each and every year for 15 years, and then stopped. Pat, on the other hand, started saving at age 36. He also saved $1,000 each year, but ended up saving for 30 years, or twice as long as Chris. Both employees earned 8% compounded annually. However, who had more money in the end? You can see that Chris has over twice as much money at age 65 than Pat does. Why? Because her money had more time to grow. Time is every bit as important as the amount of money you set aside. This sheet shows the importance of saving as soon as possible. Now we're ready to go over your enrollment forms. Inside your folder, you'll find a piece which says How to Enroll. It looks like this. Let's start with the form that says Carfax right on top. The form has 3 sections, A, B, and C. Section A simply asks for some general information on yourself. Section B asks you to indicate how much you would want to contribute to the plan. Remember, you can contribute anywhere from 1% clear up to 15% of your pay, and you may change your contribution on the first of any month. The last section asks you to indicate your investment mix. In Section C, you may invest your money in one or all of the accounts using percentages. There are 2 columns so that you can invest your contributions differently than your employer's contributions if you'd like. Otherwise, you may fill in the same percentages in each column. Please make sure that each column totals 100%. Then please sign on the bottom line and indicate the date. If you are eligible and decide not to participate, please complete Section A and B, sign and date the form at the bottom before turning it in. If you are going to participate, you have one more form to complete. That is your beneficiary designation form. It looks like this. After completing the personal information section at the top, You have one of 3 numbered sections to complete below. If you are married, you would complete Section 1. Federal law says that you need to name your spouse as your primary beneficiary. You may indicate secondary beneficiaries in the event that you and your spouse pass away at the same time. Section 2 is for those of you who are single. You may indicate whomever you want as your beneficiary. Section 3 is for those of you who are married and do not want to leave 100% of your money to your spouse. You and your spouse need to go to a notary public with this form. Your spouse will sign in front of the notary as an indication that he or she understands they will not get 100% of your plan money. Please remember to sign by the bottom X and date the form. You may keep the last copy for your records. Please hand in both forms to Human Resources within 1 week of receiving your enrollment kit. You can see that your 401k plan is one of the best ways to save for your retirement. With the great tax savings, the variety of investment options, and that great company match, your 401k plan is an opportunity that you can't afford to pass up.